Allow me to give you an inspirational story. A story that hopefully would carry on through your lives as you go on with your high school education. Maghiwa-hiwalay na kayo. Some of you would go high school, some of you would go some province, some of you would stop and go with your family somewhere else. But then hopefully this story would remind you and carry on as you go on with your lives. Minsan kasi, pag graduation exercise, hindi na natin natatandaan kung ano pa isasabihin ng mga politiko magme-mensahe sa atin. Pero siguro, ako'y humihiling mga graduates, hopefully you would remember this story. And let me start the story now. There was this old man, and the name of that old man is Colonel Sanders. Isa siyang Amerikano at isang sundalo. Alam niyo, nung siya'y magretiro, he had nothing left. Wala siyang natirang ari-arian except ay luma siyang kotse at meron siyang monthly pension na tinatanggap mula sa gobyerno. And of course, para mabuhay siya, wala siyang trabaho, he has to sell this chicken recipe of his to all restaurants all throughout America. So he went to one restaurant to another just to sell this chicken recipe. Sino ba mahilig sa chicken dito? Lahat tayo. So Colonel Sanders, in order for him to survive his everyday living, he sold this chicken recipe from one restaurant to another. He went to this restaurant, he was rejected. He went to another restaurant, he was rejected again. He went to another restaurant, he was rejected again. The same answers. Colonel Sanders, your chicken recipe does not taste good. Better try some other restaurant. We cannot start a business with that chicken recipe. So he went to another restaurant all throughout America. At alam niyo kung ilang restaurant na napuntahan niya? It took him 100 restaurants. At lahat yun, tinanggihan yung kanyang chicken recipe. Colonel Sanders, at the end of the day, thought of giving up. Sabi niya, ayoko na. Maybe they are right. This chicken recipe does not really taste good. So I have to quit. But then on the way home, meron pa siya nakita isang restaurant. And he had this idea, I'll give it another try. I may have been rejected 100 times. People would have not liked my chicken, but I'll give this one restaurant another chance. So he talked to the owner of the restaurant. The restaurant owner tasted the chicken recipe. He tasted it, and the reaction is, oh, this chicken recipe tastes good. Colonel Sanders, let's start business. I like your chicken recipe. Let's do business. This is going to be big business. And you know what happened, graduates? This chicken recipe now is the biggest selling chicken recipe. The biggest chain of restaurants in the whole world. Colonel Sanders is Mr. Kentucky Fried Chicken. You're surprised? Colonel Sanders failed 100 times. Colonel Sanders was rejected 100 times, but he did not give up. The lesson of the story, dear graduates, as you rumble on through your lives, your daily lives, through high school and hopefully through college and after college through work, dear parents, there will be more failures than success. There will be more sadness. There will be more rejections than celebrations like this. But then let us draw inspiration from the story of Colonel Sanders. He did not give up. And at the end of the day, after not giving up, bingo, the jackpot, the biggest selling restaurant, Kentucky Fried Chicken. The Kentucky Fried Chicken story is the story of our lives. Would you want to have that story? Never give up. If you want to have that same success story, dear graduates, continue on. Pursue your dream. I heard Steve Jobs mentioned earlier. Steve Jobs was probably the modern Thomas Alva Edison. His invention of the 21st century will forever make its mark in the way we live. In a commencement exercise in Stanford University, there are two words that struck me when he said to the graduates, Steve Jobs said this: stay hungry, stay foolish. Stay hungry means pursue more. You just have one medal, be hungry for more. You just have a diploma, be hungry for a medal. You just have this award, be hungry for more award. Stay hungry and stay foolish. Meaning of being staying foolish is being creative. Steve Jobs was a dropout, it's right. Steve Jobs never finished education. Steve Jobs was separated from his parents, that is right. But he stayed foolish. He stayed creative. There was this course that he took up, calligraphy. Some of you may not know that. But you know that course, calligraphy, was very instrumental in his developing of the Apple products. So that's what it means of being staying foolish, being creative. So in that note, dear graduates, remember Kentucky Fried Chicken, never give up, and never forget what Steve Jobs said. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Good afternoon to all of you.
Thank you very much, Vice Mayor Eric M. Martinez. At ngayon po ay tawagin natin si Regina D. Gapasin, batang nagdamit ng unang karangalang banggit para sa panunumpa ng katapatan.
Taas ang kanang kamay sa ayos ng panunumpa. Ipinapangako namin ang aming katapatan, pag-ibig at paggalang sa aming mga magulang, guro at paaralan. Ipinapangako namin na itataguyod ang mga simulain ng edukasyon at gagamitin ang mga natutunang kaalaman sa larangan ng paggawa. Isinusumpa namin na magiging masunurin sa mga batas at mga kaugaliang pinapairal sa ilalim ng pangangalaga ng ating bandila at pagsubaybay ng may kapal. Ipinapangako namin ang aming lakas at hikain at mithiin ay maihandog tungo sa ikauunlad at ikadadakilan ng ating bansa.
Maraming salamat, Regina.
For teaching